The Tour de France is the most legendary cycling event on the planet. You've likely heard of it, seen it on TV, or even been there in person. But have you heard of Milan-San Remo? How about Giro d'Italia? If you haven't, we're in the same boat. Those are other professional cycling races, but most people have never heard of them. I even made a survey just to prove my point, and in fact, I was right. Why is this though? Of course, there are some exceptions, but why do most common people only know of one cycling race? At most two. That being the Tour de France. The answer will probably surprise you. It all dates back to the start of the 20th century, to the beginning of the classic event. It was just another day in the office of L'Echo, a sports newspaper in France, when a journalist proposed a bicycle race throughout the country to promote the newspaper. The great idea was put into action, and in 1903 the first tour began, spanning 19 days from July 1st until the 19th. It was a hard race for the 60 competitors who had to battle day and night. The newspaper was happy, but they did not know what would become of the race. With its strong backing, the Tour de France was pushed to the front lines of racing, attracting new participants every year. It wasn't the first of its kind, but it was quickly racing towards the top with the great passion of which it was followed. Fans loved the race and demanded a second race after the first, and again yearly. L'Echo decided to make it an annual event, and its success and popularity continued even after L'Echo went out of business for 115 years to today in 2018. It's hard to say why exactly the premier cycling race is the Tour de France, but I'm sure that it helps that it is broadcasted in over 190 countries, and over 10 million people go to view it throughout the races. Don't forget to mention that the stunning beauty of the course and all of that. But what truly brought the race through time was the passion. Fans, the newspaper, and the dedicated cyclist all came together to create an event known across the planet. There is still one other reason that I still haven't mentioned, and I think most Americans know it from this. That being Lance Armstrong. Known for blood doping to win 7 Tour de France races in a row, he was in the news for being from the US and winning all of these races. It wasn't until later that he was caught cheating, but maybe it was a good thing that he did. He might have brought many people who had never heard of the Tour de France to become interested. Nonetheless, the Tour de France has been celebrated yearly from July 7th to 29th, and however it became so popular, the event is observed around the world, and maybe you'll be watching too. What are your thoughts on the Tour de France? Do you know any races other than the Tour de France? Would you ever go watch in person? Comment your thoughts below, and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, here on Sparkpass.